Hello everyone, and welcome back to some vintage story. It's been a minute since I played this because I've been quite busy. And I went into a League of Legends ARAM mood. But the holidays happened, and oh my gosh, I have things to talk about. First, I'd like to talk about the plan. I want to get iron. I've tried a couple times before, and slightly failed at getting iron. But this time, I think it will go more smoothly. I have more knowledge about what I'm doing. First, I do need this, though. Oh, that's not great. I might need a new one of those. Maybe. And I'll just put these down. Okay. I was on an expedition last time to try and get more sails for my windmill. And while that kind of worked, it also did not. So I think I'll put those back in the windmill, and I'm gonna put my archery stuff away as well. I will take this. That's also not great either. This is for just in case I go into a cave and find trouble. And I have torches. I have food. We might need to start off the episode by getting some more food. Maybe not, actually. I think we're good. That's spoiled. Okay. This is spoiled too? What the heck? Why are they all spoiled? I don't think it took too long to start eating them. Oh, great. So it has 0.92 perishing speed. What's the ones down? What if I put one down here? What's that perishing speed? 1 second. Shelf. Okay. I don't have any boards in there. That blue does not look blue anymore. That looks purple. Huff? What huffed at me? Weird. Ugh. I'm so used to playing Minecraft in a RAM that I have forgotten keys to things. It'll take me a minute to get my bearings. If I place shelves here. 0.26. Suitable spot for food ripening? Okay. Well, I guess I am going to start food making because all my stuff is kind of spoiled. Can I throw this out in the water and get rot or like spoilage or something? No. Okay, so it has to be rot. for me to get it. Oh, that's a little sapling. So anyway, Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Mine was interesting. Can I not? There we go. So, my family came down to visit us and stay down in a warmer climate rather than we go up there and have some fun upstate. But in doing so, plans were a little wonky. Nothing was really set in stone. We've never done it this way before. And so things were bound to get a little bit weird. And oh my gosh, the Friday after Thanksgiving, we didn't go Black Friday shopping. Maybe some people did, but my family, not so much. And we went biking instead. I got there slightly later, but we were trying out e-bikes, so electric bikes. And they were a thing. I don't like them. I hated them. I'm sure other people liked them a lot. Some of my family enjoyed them. For me, they had way too much speed. Way too much. And so I first got on, and my mom's like, so you should try this. And so I'm like, okay. And I get on the bike, and she's being a bit pushy, as my mom usually is. And so I start going. I haven't ridden a bike in like 5 or more years. And I start going downhill instead of like on flat or uphill. That was my first mistake, and probably the biggest mistake. But it was on the lowest settings and everything for me, because it was just trying it out for the first time. And I just started pedaling slightly, and the assist immediately turned on, even though it was its lowest setting. And it just propelled me to like 5 or 10 miles per hour. Or that's what it felt like, immediately. But I was also going downhill, so that wasn't helping my situation. Anyway, I went like 5 yards, or 30 feet. I don't know what that would be in other countries' meters and stuff. But regardless, I flew off the e-bike. I tried to stop it slowly. Apparently it didn't want to stop slowly. No one warned me about that. So you have to hard press stop, and it'll just kind of jerk stop. I tried to slowly press stop, and that didn't work. And then I just flew off the bike. The bike came with me, and I ate rocks. I ate them. Truly. Let me think about this for a second. Okay. And then oh my gosh. I was fine. I'm an adult. I'm still in my younger years, and I'm pretty okay at surviving stupidity. And so nothing really truly bad happened to me. I just got a couple bruises. Like, my hands are big because I'm a guy, and one of them on my thigh is just twice the size of my thumb. Anyway, so that was kind of my Black Friday, was eating dirt on a bike. The adrenaline got me through the first half, and then I was just walking it off. And then yesterday it wasn't even bad. And then today the bruises have actually finally formed. Wait, no. Saturday. The 2 days after, it was chill. I can't light things in my offhand. I remember that, sadly. But anyway, as I have said, that was my Black Friday. Which was just very, very unique. My mom, I kind of warned her off trying e-bikes for like the past couple years. Instead of just renting one, she was so like fixated on trying it and having it work that she just bought one instead. And it didn't work out as I thought it wouldn't. And my dad thought it wouldn't. But she crashed like 3 times. But she kept trying. She kept trying. She really wanted it to work. And so you've got to love my mom's tenacity of trying it. But now we went to the hospital because she was having a little trouble breathing, and she thinks she cracked a rib. And they think she cracked a rib or something, but it's like, we can't really do anything for you. You kind of just have to wait to get it fixed manually. Like, let your body heal from it. And it's like, joy. So she's recuperating from that. It was just a really interesting Friday. My other cousins and family, who were much more active, were pretty good at the e-bikes, and they got a handle on it quick. I think I would have been okay at it if I tried it a bit more. But I fell on rocks while going downhill, and I was a little sore already, and I'm like, I don't want to try it again while I'm sore. That would suck. And the initial... It was literally on its lowest setting, and it started me at like 5 to 10 miles per hour, and I didn't even like start slowly building up speed on my bike yet from pedaling. It was just insane. I truly did not like that part of it. So my Thanksgiving and Black Friday were quite eventful. It's warm enough where I live that we could eat outside for Thanksgiving, which never done before. We had like 2 little heating fans just in case. That made it a bit nicer. But it was pretty nice. My favorite part of Thanksgiving is obviously the pie. I love all kinds of pie. I've tried to make my own pie. I made apple pie from scratch. I've made strawberry pie from scratch. That one wasn't really my favorite, but it was trial and error with that one. I think I've made cherry pie from scratch. Kind of. We had canned cherry pie filling, but it worked out. The apple and the strawberry I actually boiled down in a pot and made my own filling for it. Which I didn't add a lot of sugar, which was nice, because the fruit added a lot of sweetness by itself. I personally have been trying it, getting better at not adding too much sugar, because a lot of foods in America have a lot more sugar than needs to be, and a lot of artificial flavorings, and other things that are just like, why? Like, over the years, we've changed crops to produce more and bigger, but to make things nicer to buy from the store and still have a lot, they had a lot of preservatives and artificial stuff that's like, why? You know? So, just interesting. But again, I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving and Black Friday if you celebrate. And today is Cyber Monday, I think. So a lot of, unlike Black Friday where it was mostly if you go in store, lots of things are on sale. Now they're online sales. I should check Steam to see if any games are on sale, and I would suggest you do too. There might be some fun ones that you can find. Or maybe even buy Vintage Story if you haven't. It is fun, and I would recommend buying it, as it's still pretty much in early access, and it's still evolving, and I'm assuming once it fully releases, it will have a much different price than now. But for now, it is definitely worth the, like, $22-ish. Totally worth it. I just realized that this pot is full of spoiled stuff, and I don't have an extra pot for that. Well, that's fine. I will eat my spoiled food. And I will go downstairs and shelf the nice food. Look at that, 15 days. That's a much better difference than before. And this is my spoiled one. Okay. Well, now I can actually work for iron. Oh, I should actually put the food away first. And you know what? I'll be nice to the chickens. I'll give them flax. Interesting. The bed is bouncy. Okay, I'll just put the spoiled one with the rest, and they can all spoil together. Did it even get dark? It's 3, and it feels like outside has not gotten dark. Like very, very dark. But oh my gosh, I've missed the aesthetics of this game. The wind, and the changing color of the sky, and the foliage. All awesome. Such a wonderful, beautiful game. If you haven't tuned into my Minecraft series, I've done my second world tour video. It was probably not the best. I tried editing it slightly, so there's a lot of weird, abrupt cuts of me traveling. But we're working in a new area now, in the desert, It's gonna be fun. Now, ignore the loud chickens. My system for getting the second generation chickens in there is not the greatest. And their pen's a little gigantic. But I do have one second generation chicken in there, which is nice. I just need a rooster. Second generation rooster to go in there. And then I can start anew. But, you know, while we're over here, let's actually just stop by in the windmill. We'll water some of our flax to try and get more stuff for the sails. And then I will look at the map in the windmill. I still wish it made a different noise when the watering can was full. But Thanksgiving is also different, and it's going to be different for me for a while now, because all me and my cousins are around the age where we're doing our own things in life. Some of my older cousins are starting families of their own, and so they can't make it to all the events like Thanksgiving and Christmas anymore now. So sometimes we won't see them. And the others are just barely getting out of school and such. So it's interesting to see how much life can change over the years. It's like, oh, we love Thanksgiving, we can all see each other. But then there's sometimes some time frames of years where it's like, issues of time overlapping and stuff. One of those was, in fact, my sister could not come down and enjoy Thanksgiving. She was only able to get work off for Thanksgiving Day. And she didn't really have enough time to drive down and drive back up unless she didn't want to eat food with her husband. And you know, Thanksgiving is kind of about eating food and being thankful for stuff. Can I put this sideways? I can't. That's sad. But okay. Let us look at the map. We have all our old things of iron. So magnetite is a type of iron, but around here it's sandstone, and I might not have good luck with getting it. Right here is the best spot for magnetite because it's 0.39. All the others are kind of like 0.37, 0.3, 0.16. Sorry about the monsters in my basement. Let's see. The other one was limonite, which isn't that one, because the L would be capitalized, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think I'm supposed to search there. But something I found while researching about iron was that in sandstone areas, which this whole area's first like 20 blocks down is sandstone, iron does not spawn. And it also doesn't spawn in bauxite. Those are the two stone types it doesn't spawn in. Or doesn't like to spawn in anyway. Oh, that's good magnetite compared to my other areas. We might have to build a mine here then. My hope was to find one with hematite. Hematite? Because I swear I had one with hematite or hematite, however you want to call it. I think this is the furthest. These two are like the furthest points I have. Oh, that one's new. That one's actually the furthest one. Sphalerite. Minuscule magnetite. Minuscule. I want the... Okay. Yeah, it seems like we need to go into this area, which is my chalk area, because this right here has high magnetite. But I don't have a lot of durability on my prospecting pickaxe, so it'll be a little bit of an adventure. You know, this weather kind of copies the weather that's outside, except the trees are not red and orange and or shedded their leaves. Why did I have... Oh, there's blue clay. Okay. Anyway, another thing we planned to do was watch the second movie of Wicked together. I didn't go because my bruises were acting up the second day. Well, the day after. I was like, ah! And I had a headache an hour before the movie started, so my dad used my ticket instead. He initially didn't want to go, but no one else wanted the ticket. So some of my family went to see that, and that was fun. I already saw it before in an early release, which was nice. I'd never actually seen Wicked the play before. Or the musical, I guess, would be the better term. And seeing it in the movie theater, I knew stuff was different from the story, but it was still nice and good to watch. The only sad thing is I think once they make a movie out of it, they are done putting it on Broadway. Oh, that gave me nothing. That's sad. No, you were deer. You weren't wolves. Okay. If this was sandstone, I'd be happy. Okay. Let's make sure this is in long range. I think this should work. triangle, kind of. Cinnabar. Okay, that wasn't what I was looking for. But this one was magnetite. I could try up here, over here, and down here. So let's go a little bit this way. Huff. What was huff? Every time I hear that, it sounds like either a bear huff or like a wolf huff. Okay, a bit more. I could probably be much better about doing this. I think when it's barely off the screen is when it's a good time to check. I think that's lower. Yeah, it is lower on magnetite. It's better on the other weird one, though, that I don't know what it is. The P or pendulite. Hi, raccoon. They're such silly little things, raccoons. I think this area is bauxite, though, so I don't think I'm gonna find anything on the first couple layers I mine down. Off the map. And this one's a little dig. One. Two. What the heck? Why are you here? You jumped down in my little mining area and attacked me. From where? Under the tree? Where did you spawn? Okay. .17 magnetite. It did get better. Maybe if I go over here even more, it'll get even better? It could get worse. But it could get better. Who knows? Did I never mark that? I'll go mark that rune in a second. still over here. .64. It did get better. Let's go mark this ruin and eat some food. Hey, bony soil. I think this one's close enough to the other one. It makes sense to just keep it. Are you a tool? No, you're a seed one. Turnips. Sad. Onion. Cool. Let's mark this one as well. I'll pick that up. But now, line ourselves up with this one again and go this way. And let's hope to not be attacked by wolves. Sandstone. There goes our shovel. I'll do this last area-based searched, and then I might go make a new prospecting pickaxe and shovel. And now the magnetite significantly dropped off. Okay. Well, that's progress still. Oh, more ruins. Oh wait, no, I already found those. My old ruin, the new ruins are over here. I just remembered that there was a fruit tree right here. Cherry! Oh, I have caps lock on. That'll be fine. I already used pink for pink apples, so I can't really use pink for cherry as well. But let's be on our way. The one thing I do need to worry about now is as Christmas is approaching, I am actually going to have to go upstate soon. And I'll practically be up there for half the month, if not more than half the month. So I might need to make a couple bulk videos, and they might be more ARAMs. So hopefully you guys who like Vintage Story also have tried watching those and enjoy them because it is holiday season and I am going to be busy. These are so cute. I can steal them. I am stealing all of these just to put by my lake. Can I get these? I don't think so. Okay. There's that. You know what? I can just go around this way. Peat. I already know where a lot of peat is, so I think I'm good without that. I do so love those crimson maple trees. They are so pretty. Now, after finding iron, I still want to work on the windmill more, which is mostly just waiting for the flax to grow. But then, if we can find tin to make tin bronze, I can give it to the merchants to find areas in the story that might lead me some places. Okay, that's just the lighting of an oak tree. Not a fruit tree, sadly. And another thing I could do is go get some fruit tree starters. I don't remember what they're called. But plant them over by the farm, which would be nice. Since a bunch of these other trees have grown already, I would like those as well. Well, let's check in on these guys. 6. I'm assuming the ones over there are at stage 7. You know what? I also need to chop off the seeds. Speaking of 6 and 7, I do not know what the whole deal with that is. Brain rot, or at least what's called brain rot, is just weird to me. I am prone to believe it's because a lot of the kids in our day and age are given just technology very early. And it's not much like reading children's books and having fun outside. Like, even in my neighborhood, there's a bunch of families with younger kids, and they just, like, there's one family across the street whose kids hang outside, and, like, no one else in my neighborhood's kids do that, which is a little sad. It's like, do you hang out with other people outside of school? I can't put these down. Look how cute that is. It'd be nice to get more of those. Or if there was something like a feature from Minecraft where you could like fertilize them to get more of them or something. I'd just like a way to get more foliage. I like decorating. Now, there's my bone meal. Not my bone meal, my bony soil. I'll just put my conglomerate sand in there and my extra dirt in there as well. Now this has been emptied. Is this one the 100? Yeah, it's just rotten now. Now I can throw it in the water. Boop. Only 2 rot. Well, I did eat half of it, didn't I? Let's go grab a full one. And also... yeah, turnip seeds. Way too many turnips. I could also use honeycomb to seal these so they'd last even longer. I don't really care much for doing that. But it's kind of weird, you can just hold rot in your hand. It's so tiny. And then it's so big. Weird. Neither of those go in there. Try. Oh, I guess I'm full on dry grass. I'll put extra dry grass in here then. And flax is in another area. Do. Let's get some bismuth stuff ready. And I wanted prospecting and shovel. And I will grab this, but I'm not going to use it just yet. Because before it gets dark fully, I'm wanting to put this rot away. And see if this flax fiber can make another cloth. The ever-looming presence of the primordial temporal void in the rifts. I don't know why I said it like that. Okay. I do actually have enough to make another cloth. But I moved my sticks. So that kind of sucks. .9 days on that. It's a little odd that you can put this in here, but it doesn't like fill up the meter. Just slightly weird. Now let's run back to the smithy. Before anything progresses more, I am quickly going to pause and fill my water. So I will be right back, everyone. Alright, I am back and ready to go. Let's start with firing up the crucible. I got a tad bit distracted by my dogs. Oddly enough, the smaller one, the Maltese, who doesn't usually like to be lifted up into the sky, wanted to be lifted up into the sky. And the other one, who always likes being lifted up in the sky by me, who's the Yorkie Poo, also wanted to get lifted up after he saw our Maltese be lifted up into the sky. Let's swap that out. I might just be able to get away with one. We will try. But in the search of iron, we went over here, it went less. We went over here, it went a lot less. So if we go up or down, we will either see more or also just lower, and this might be the best spot to mine for magnetite. And over here we have a bunch of brown coal. While this is burning, I do have a question. Do you guys think that I should till this or this to make it look more like it's an actual planted field and not more wildish? This one is meant to look wildish, but those two, if I add tilled soil, it might look, I don't know, too farmy? Anyway. Curious question. Alrighty. Let us pour prospecting. Let us pour shovel. And put that away. And that away. Oh, I need to put the fuel away as well. Let me eat. There we are. Boop, boop, boop. Now, a little bit of sticks. Not in here. The ominous red sky. Maybe it does get dark around like 12, 23 to like 1. Maybe it'll be dark. But sticks. Sail. There we go. One more little bit of sails. I'm actually going to move these sticks back to the windmill. What is this for? Plain cloth. Homespun shirt. Simple garp. Oh, that changed. Armor. Mantle. Shoes. Pants. Saddle blanket. A bug net? You can catch bugs? Odd. Oh, and there's chairs. They actually do have chairs. They don't have a chair with a backboard to it, though, that you can lean back on. It's more like a stool. Interesting. And a glider. If you make a glider, does it use up these schematics, or do you get them back? But interesting. And you can dye it. That's cool. Do I have any? No, I don't have anything in there. I should make a leather working house. I could technically transform that into a leather working house, but that's kind of just a small little house that I used to store clay in. Is it calm? No. Oh, there's our first little batch of horrors. I'll run past you guys, so as you see me, you do not throw stones at me, thank you. And funnily enough, there's no rifts on my farm, even though it's medium. Very wild. Can I add... No. I have to break this. There we go. This way? Yes. Cool. Now I don't know the exact gear I need to fix this whole thing. Let's search while we wait for it to be a bit warmer. Axle or mechanical power. I don't think we're going down that far. But Archimedes screw? What the heck is this? Oh, for transporting. But It just says axles and gears. That looks like a mess. But it's a mess I get to dive into. I should have all of that except maybe the fat. But if I put a gear facing this way and then a gear facing down, I think I can make these axles start to move. Probably. Now, it's still medium. But let's head on back to the house because I need those tools. And I need some ladders and maybe a trapdoor to start my new mining endeavor. Hi, monstrosities. They aren't in there. They are in here. Okay. I can use ladders. Hey, it's cold enough to hold. Nice. I didn't put these sticks back in the windmill. Kind of forgot about that. I think it... No. There we go. Ladders. Now, let's go put these away. Boop, boop. And I think I'll be good on food for a little mining trip. Let's have our torch out while we run to the area. Oh my gosh. That rift is active. Oh, I hate those things. I hate shivers. They're just so gross. Ow. I should not run backwards while looking at that thing. But it's just so gross. I don't even know if I can outrun it. We'll see. I don't want to eat. That might slow me down from getting away from it. Oh. I got away. We're chill. Now, if that void rift could take it away, that would be very much appreciated. Let's go this way. This way is easier to traverse than through the water. Because I don't have a boat. And I don't really have a need for a boat because all my areas of water are a little sad. Because I don't have oceans. Look at that. The sky is so red. It's very pretty. Now I want to make sure I don't run past my mining operation. But I think I should be coming up around... Yeah, they're still a bit further down. Okay. Here is the good one. Now let's go up. Let's grab the so I can see. One. Two. 1.65. Oh. I wasn't even at the good one. That was the lower one. But interesting. Maybe I go over here too. If you do extensive prospecting, you have much better results. So I might as well try. Are you red? No, you're purple. The lighting just makes you look really red. You do have white lupins though. I will snatch those. Are those all of them? No. There's some small white ones. And there's a rift forming up there. Yes, yes, I'll get away from the flowers. Okay. Around here. And just straight up. One. Two. Three. 2.28. Jeez. It is a good thing I went up. That's much better. That's the best it's been. Let's go up and see if it gets even better or if it gets worse. Because hopefully we can find a spot that's dark green. And I don't need my torch in my offhand anymore. That's just eating through my stamina and food. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1.59. It dropped off. Dang. Let's go left and right of this one just to be sure. One. That one really fell off. Okay. And let's go to the right for one last check. It's in the woods. How wonderful. This one might be a little too far away. No, it wasn't. 2.59. Okay. That's even better. It's almost dark green. Hi, Ruins. Let me mark that you exist. Raccoon. Oh, quartz. Raccoons always make me think of the Pedro meme. The Pedro dance. Okay, that one was too close or too far. Yeah, too far that way. Oh. What happened? Boop. 1, 2, 3. Fell off again. Well, we continue. Wait, what the heck? Bituminous coal. I don't know what the heck that is. This way. Passing by those bees, I think I do need to expand the bee farm. Because I need a lot more bee wax. Rain? No? Okay. $1.98. Okay. I don't know if shift makes it so I can't fall down blocks. It does. Okay. Spooky drop. Watch as I fall and drop off like that. We'll try to go up here. Hi, Wolfie. Please do ignore me. I just want some ores that might be in your area. $1.7.1. Okay. Well, it seems like this one is our friend. Oi. No, thank you. I did not say you were my friend. I said the ores were my friend, Mr. Shiver. Ugh. Creepy things. Okay. Now, here it was. Put a ladder here. And we'll start our adventure. Although, we just need to totally ignore this sandstone area, because nothing's gonna be in here, iron-wise. Oh, also, I can do Control V, and then it displays my Y level. And iron can spawn anywhere between Y level 5 and Y93. That's sad. They journeyed into my little hole and fell. Yep. Also, I thought that slate rock was like the opening of a cave. I was concerned. I don't want to go caving. That looks even more cave-like. Yep. Joy. Double joy. No, thank you. I don't want what you're selling. Well, I do, because I want the iron, but I don't want to find it in a cave. I want to find it not in cave. And the cave noises in this game are so creepy. Let's get down pretty low before we actually start prospecting to find our rogue magnetite. Unluckily, I think magnetite is the lowest yielding iron deposits. If we found hematite, that would have been the best, because hematite ore veins are gigantic. Whereas these ones, not so great. It's a little underground waterfall. I don't feel like it's showing me shifting. There we go. Oh, there's something right there. Whoa! We already found it, and I didn't even have to go... Huh. Good for me. Here. Let's show it off. Where is my button? No. Where's the camera flipping button? F2? Oh. Well, that's full screen. 1 second. Alrighty, I have gotten a kind of okay thumbnail. Time to mine iron. It looks so weird. It's like purpley. Look at that. And we barely had to go in the range. We're like 15-ish blocks below where you can get the highest veins of iron ore, supposedly, I think. I guess it changes depending on how high you have your world generation height. So if you have a higher world generation, then the range will be different. But since mine is on normal, it's between Y level 5 and 93. And all iron ore supposedly spawns or is generated in a disc-like shape that can be a minimum of 32. Well, its radius can be a minimum of 32. But while we're here, let's just get all the iron that we can. And then I don't have to come back to this segment of the mine. There's probably more lower around since this area was a 2 point something of magnetite when prospecting. But I just want to clear out this vein so whenever anything spawns in the mine that I don't want to deal with, I don't have to. But I might get to, because this is getting pretty long already. Is there any hidden up here? There is. Fun. It's nice that I found this and I didn't have to do the minimal prospecting search for it. 1 second, let me eat. It's yelling at me to eat food. And again, I like that I don't have to play with the collapsing in feature. You can turn that on and off, but if there's like cracked stone above me, it could cave in. That would not be fun. But interesting enough, even though it's disc-shaped, it seems it can still go up and down a block or two. But I've never found iron before, and this is pretty cool. I didn't know its texture was so nice looking at it just close. It'd be nice if you could, I don't know if you can mine around it and pick up the block. Let's try that. That could be fun. If it's possible. You can pick up the block. Cool. I kind of just like looking at the purplish texture of it. Now, if I break this one, is there some higher, lower? No. Does not seem like it. I think this is the end of the disc over here. Let's make sure I can get all of this. I'm gonna put this carcass down of the raccoon. The unfortunate raccoon was ill-prepared and not cautious enough that it ran down the cave hole. It seems like I am going to have andesite fill up my inventory before I have iron fill up my inventory. Let's fix that. I will throw those out. And probably that and that. I like hoarding things, but what I want most right now is this iron. So I don't have to come back and face painful drifters. Because some of those variants in the mine really hurt. And since I am a hunter character, I do not do well in confined spaces. Oh my gosh. It just keeps going. If this is what magnetite is, think of what hematite is. It's like, jeez. I'm trying to mine the outer edges, and the outer edges just keep going. And remember I said that the minimum is like a 32 radius. So this could be way bigger than I think it could be. I don't know what the maximum radius it could be is, which is the more whoa factor. And the nice thing is that it's a rich quality, so I do get quite a bit when I bring it back. Did I get any more of these? I did. Now the next process, when I bring this back, is to try and create like a Helve Hammer to probably automate making this stuff better. Because otherwise I have to spend a lot of time hammering away on the anvil to get rid of like burnt chunks of rock. And then I have to possibly reheat it if I don't do it fast enough, and then shape it into an ingot, and then shape it into other things. And that's like 3 different processes of shaping and refining that the Helve Hammer I think does by itself relatively fast compared to me. I just need to figure out how to make the Helve Hammer, and I don't want to put it in my sawmill. Not my sawmill, my bad. My windmill. I confuse those 2 words up a lot. So I'll need to find another place to put another little wind-powered area to power that. I might just make like a wooden frame windmill by the blacksmith and have the Helve Hammer come from that into like the blacksmith, and maybe I'll expand the blacksmith or make a new house for it. I don't know. It is nice that even though my sanity-ish kind of meter is getting low, it's not totally obliterating my screen like when temporal storms happen and your screen gets all wonky and dizzy. But I'm just gonna mine here until my pickaxe breaks, and then I'll go back, and that might be the end of the video, but this is gonna be quite a minute of mining, because I did not expect this much iron. I expected a lot, but not a lot. Now, is there a quality greater than rich? Like abundant? And does the texture change if it's rich compared to like poor quality? I kind of wish I could crawl to get these. I don't know if I can crawl. I know I can sit. That does kind of help. With how far I am from the ladder, something definitely could have spawned over there and like maybe insta-kill me while I'm on my way back. Overcautious me is going to say dirt wall. That's not sit. Here's sit. What time is it in the game? Oh, it's almost dark. I wonder if there's any ore that kind of generates in our world or in Detroit. I don't know if generates like the closest word I'll probably find or get unless I search it up. But that comes down into the ground kind of like a drill shape. That'd be cool. I'm gonna place this so I have more inventory space for iron. I mean, I tested it. We could pick it up like that. That was cool. Now I need more space. I get jump scared by a drifter or a monster, I might actually cry. Not actually, but like, oh my gosh. The spookiness of the caves is just bleh, unreal. Speaking of which, one momento. Alright, I'm back. I just had to do something really quick. But the pickaxe is almost broken. I also don't know where the heck I'm going to store all this iron. I need more chests. Is another thing. I need like a chest for dirt. I need more chests for ore. I probably should get a chest for seeds. Imagine doing this in real life as like an actual ore miner. You'd have to be pretty brave to not get like a collapse in the mines to get you. Oh. There goes the pickaxe. You know what? I think I'll block off. Oh, no, that doesn't really work. I'll block off that. So hopefully no iron in here has been untouched. And I'll go through here just blocking the rest of these ways that I've kind of depleted iron from in the area. To try and make it safer from things spawning on me in the future. If, or more likely when I come back. I did just see that drifter fall to its demise. That drifter wanted me, and it fell down the hole, trying to get me. Like, nice try. Spooky. Now we're back. And our temporal stability did get really low. I felt like my screen was slightly twitching when it was low. So that's interesting. That might be a thing I didn't know about. But let's... Okay. Let's try not to run into anything. It is medium rift activity, and it's dark as heck. And there's wolves about because I'm in a forest. But let's try and get into an area that isn't so bad. Hopefully this isn't too dark for you guys, because OBS makes everything really crappy when it's dark. It doesn't capture the same things that I can see. Like, I can see the trees a little bit better. Like those trees and those trees over there. I'm assuming you guys can't see the outlines of the trees that are that far away. Now we're in a field. How far are we from home? Still a bit away. Mostly should head this way though. And I don't really have a use for Control V right now, so let's turn that off. Now passing through here, it is likely that I will see wolves. Or maybe not. If I was more north, I would definitely see wolves, because they really like to hang out over there. But over here, we're chilling. And it's slowly getting brighter, and you can see better because there's the windmill and the torch particles lighting up my face. Okay. Let's do one little check-in on these. Most of them are 7s now, so that's good. Get a lot of flax soon. I wanted to put sticks away. Sticks. I'll put ladders in there. Why not? Cool. No, I'll also put that in there. Now I need a new pickaxe. Bismuth pickaxe was all used up dealing with iron. And I have a whole bunch of andesite. And quite a bit of dirt. Let's try and run through here just to make sure if there are any rifts that I don't get caught up by monsters. Maybe it went to calm because I have not seen a rift all the way home. Oh joy. Let's do that. That slightly fixed that situation. I'm gonna go get some clay. No monster basement, please. Nice. I'll need to go clay gathering too. They still have the stupid camera changes direction when you close the menu sometimes. But look at that. Oh, sorry, that's not even all of it. So much iron. So much. And I haven't even crushed it into nuggets and cooked it and other stuff. Next episode is going to be a doozy. 1 second. I'm gonna deal with these. But it will be interesting. I'm assuming that guy's in the tunnel. He didn't shoot at me yet. Not my bowl. But jeez. That's just wild. How much stuff I have from that. But that will be it from me today. I will post in the RAM video as well. It's probably going to be a recap, but I hope you all had a good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is for you, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye!